Blah, 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 blah. Finally, the first video is going up. I'm so excited, you guys. You have no idea. I've been waiting forever to do this. Makeup is my passion. Today's look is gonna be a very subtle daytime smoky eye. You could drag this into the nighttime, whether it's going out with the girls, dinner with the hubby, whatever. Not too dark, not too drastic. Something that's just a little subtle, but still has a little bit of pump to it. So let's get started. First, I'm gonna be taking Benefit's Poreless Primer and just applying this to my T-zone area where my pores are a lot bigger. Next, I'm taking Makeup Forever HD Foundation, and I'm just going to put 2 stripes on each cheek, one across the forehead, small one on the chin, and a little bitty one down the line of my nose. I'm taking a flat top stippling brush, and I'm just going to start rolling this around, blending in the color. I'm going to start blending it out and around over my lips, blend over my nose, and make sure you get all in the creases of your eyes, of your nose, and bring it all the way down my neck. I'm going to be applying the Kevin Austen Concealer. I don't really apply in any sort of direction or any certain kind of application. I just kind of put some little dashes underneath my eyes and start blending it down. Really full coverage concealer. I absolutely love it. Out of all the concealers I've ever used, this is hands down my favorite. I bring this between my eyebrows into the forehead. Just bring it up a little bit, not too high. Straight down my nose, above my lip, and just any other dark areas. So I'm taking a beauty blender. This actually is not a beauty blender by brand. I got it at Marshall's and it was a Snow White Disney edition and I absolutely love it. I mean, whenever you get it wet, it puffs up huge. It's really soft. It's not too firm. The point on it's perfect, so it's great for getting underneath your eye and the crevices, creases, whatever. You want to make sure that underneath your eyes is blended really good before you set your concealer. If not, you're going to have wrinkles. I'm taking the Laura Mercier translucent powder and I'm using the Morphe E3 and I'm just going to lightly put some of this underneath my eyes. Stuff gets crazy dirty everywhere. I'm going to take a cosmetic wedge that I just got from CVS, super cheap little bag of them, and I'm going to really try to pack on the translucent powder underneath my eyes. This method's called baking. It's going to give you a very awake look. It's going to be perfect for selfies, pictures, whatever. It's just going to brighten up all these areas that you place the powder. So we're going to really pack it on underneath the eyes. Some on the chin. Just keep packing it on, packing it on. Just run a small line down your nose and just bring it up right in between your eyebrows into your forehead. And this is going to set your concealer as well. Brow and lash brush, and I'm going to run this over my eyebrows just to kind of smooth them out before I apply the product to my eyebrows. Next, I'm taking a Real Techniques angled brush, number 202, and I'm just going to get it wet at first, just to make it more of a fine line, and I'm going to dip it in the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Medium Brown. Start from the inner corner and bring it all the way out. Kind of lightly creating my arch there, just a little bit darker because it's a little bit balder in that spot. And just start filling it and really just perfecting. I'm going to move on to the next eyebrow. Start at the inner corner. And you're going to do the bottom of the brow and start lining it out. This angled brush is awesome for drawing in eyebrows. I absolutely love it. It's small, it's precise. Definitely a go-to. Kind of helps if you raise up your eyebrows and just start to pull up on the brush and kind of fill in those bald spots. I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Tinted Brow Gel in the shade Espresso and just kind of run that over my eyebrows to give it that more natural look. Next, I'm going to take a Morphe E34 brush and just kind of brush off the setting powder. All from underneath my eyes and between my eyebrows, down the nose. We're just going to dust all of that off. I'm going to take the Morphe E1 brush, just a big old chunky brush. I'm going to use the Kelly Baker Brows Pencil. This is perfect for under eyebrow highlighting. I used to use concealer. I've tried the Anastasia Beverly Hills pencil. Nothing honestly compares to this pencil. It literally goes on like butter. And I'm just using a small brush. I'm not really sure what brand this is. It's just an old brush that I've had. I had my normal one at the time that I always use, so I just use this one to fill in. I'm taking the Kat Von D Shade Light palette, and this is a Master Beauty blush brush. And I'm going to go in with the color Sombre and just kind of bring this around my hairline here. It's going to go on kind of crazy dark at first, but the more you blend it, the more natural it's going to look. You're just going to keep rolling this out. Now I'm using a Beauty Concept bronzer brush just to kind of blend everything together and just blend it out. Next, I'm taking the Real Techniques brush in the number 301. And I'm going to use the shade Shadow Play to create the contour. And you're just going to start at the top of your ear and bring it down to the apple of your cheekbone. Whenever I bring the brush down more to the apple of my cheek, then I kind of use just the edge of the brush, so there's not such a thick line. I'm going to use the Bella Pro contour brush, and in the shade Subconscious on the Kat Von D palette. So to create the effect of slimmer cheeks, you're going to want to push the color up. This is actually just an angled wedge brush that I got from Marshalls. I have absolutely no idea what brand it is. It doesn't say anything, but I absolutely love it for blending. And I'm just going to roll this up. Next, I'm going to use a Morphe blush palette. There's so many different colors in this palette. I absolutely love it. I take it everywhere with me. Anytime I travel, it's just super easy to take, so I don't have to take a ton of different blushes with me. It's super compact and easy. I'm going to use a Morphe E4 brush. I absolutely love this brush for applying blush. That's kind of hard to say. The colors that I'm using are kind of a deep rose color. There's not any labels as far as what they're called on the palette, but they're the two on the bottom left. Then I'm going to go in with the Morphe E1 brush and just kind of all over blend everything together. Next, I'm going to take just a small little bitty baby brush. I don't even know what kind of brush this is. This isn't the normal brush that I use for my nose. Real Techniques pointed foundation brush. That's what I absolutely love to use now. It creates the perfect nose contour, perfect line. So if you're too shaky, whatever, the brush just kind of guides you along. So I'm going to take just a small flat top blending brush and just start blending this down. And I just kind of run my fingers over just to kind of dim out the darkness. So I'm going to go in with Becca's Champagne Pop, the freaking highlighter from the gods. Literally, I absolutely love, 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 love this highlighter. I'm just going to run that over the top of my cheekbones, put a little bit on my finger and run it over the center of my nose. Go back in with the small blender brush and just blend that highlight in with my contour. And I'm just going to run the little bit of blush that's on my brush. I'm not applying any more blush to the brush. And just the excess little amount that's on the brush from the translucent powder, I'm just going to run that over the spots that I want it to be a little brighter. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. Love this palette. The brush that I'm going to be using is the It brush by Ulta. It's number 105. I'm going to start with the shade Harajuku. Just kind of run it around in there. And just start slowly blending it in the crease of my eye. Don't have to be really too precise with it. Just run it back and forth. Same thing on the other side. Just push it in the corner. Start rolling with it. And your eyeball can kind of be the direction for you to create a little bit of depth. Going in with just a small blending brush. I believe this is an e.l.f. brand. Any sort of small blending brush will work. I'm going to go in with the shade Punk. It doesn't have to be too precise when you put the color on, but I'm just going to put it on the outer corner and just kind of work it in. I'm going to take the Morphe E22 brush. This is kind of a pointed blending brush. Super easy to get in the crease of your eye, blending out color. And just kind of roll with it. And I'm going to pull this color in towards the inner corner of my eye. Same thing with the other side. Just keep rolling with the color towards the inner crease of my eye. Now I'm going to go in with the brush that I got at Dollar General years ago. I'm going to take the shade Pop from the Gwen Stefani palette. And I'm going to spray the brush with a little bit of the MAC Fix Plus spray. And this is going to create the color to stay and show up a lot better on your eye. And I'm just going to apply that in. It doesn't have to be too precise, but you're just going to want to put this on the bottom part and not bring it up too high into the crease. I'm going to take the Morphe E22 brush and just kind of blend it together. Not applying any extra color, just kind of the color that's left on the brush, and just start blending that over. I'm going to dust off any fallout if there is any. And I just kind of use my fingers to bring down the color if it's too high up. I'm going to go back in with the shade Punk and use the Morphe E36 brush. This is a very small, tiny brush, really easy to get in the waterline of the eye and just kind of blend out color underneath the eye. Make sure it's darker on the end, not so much on the inner corner. I don't bring it completely in. I wanted it actually just a little bit darker, so I took a little bit more of the shade Punk on the small blending brush and just put it on the outer corner and blended it a little bit more in. And I'm going to go back with Luxie 231 small tapered blending brush. I got this from my Ipsy bag. It's super easy for blending colors into the crease of your eye. I think it'd also be really good for highlighter brush. I'm going to apply a little bit more of the shade Punk and kind of pull that more in. Ooh, superficial bitch. Next, I'm going to go with the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. Okay, so here's the thing with wing eyeliner. It's a love-hate relationship. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. It's just, you literally just wing it. That's why they call it wing eyeliner. And I can actually do a more detailed tutorial on my liquid eyeliner if y'all would like me to, just let me know. And if anything, I kind of just start laying out the direction where I want it really lightly and then go back in with a liner and darken it up. Ooh, she fancy, huh? My fiance always makes fun of me because I look super serious when I'm doing my wing eyeliner. I'm like, this is a serious moment. You cannot fuck with me. And just follow in with it. If it helps stretching out the side of your eye, that can sometimes make it a little bit easier to run the liner pencil along on your eye to make a more straighter line, whatever, just depends on whatever you prefer. Practice definitely makes perfect when it comes to wing eyeliner. I'm going to kind of stretch out the side just to get in the crease. I have big eyes, so sometimes there's some little wrinkles on my eyes. So I got to smooth that out. Perfection. Next, I'm going to go in with a Revlon eyelash curler, curl my eyelashes, get it prepped and primed and ready for lashes. This I actually got the mascara from my Ipsy bag, and it's by Jelly Pong Pong Fairy Lash Mascara. Really fat brush on it. I'm going to be using the Lily Galachi lashes in the style Miami. These lashes are amazing, especially if you have big eyes. You can use them more often for an everyday look. Girls with smaller eyes, it might be more of a drastic look for you, something that would be better for nighttime. And these eyelashes are really easy and flexible to work with, which I love. I'm going to apply the eyelash with tweezers. And just kind of push that on. Whenever I apply my eyelashes, I push it more and place it in the center of my eye and then work out the ends, then be more precise with the end of the eyelash and the inner corner of the eyelash. I'm going to go in with a little bit of telescopic mascara and just kind of run that over the eyelashes to blend them together better. Same thing on the bottom. I'll just put a little bit on the bottom as well. Perfect. Next, I'm going to go with the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick. I love this lipstick. For one, it smells like root beer, which is awesome. But the shade Celebrity Skin is literally an everyday type of gloss for me. I love it. It's really natural. It's a super pretty nude. It goes on so smooth. It doesn't peel and dust off. I love this lipstick. And to finish everything off, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And just spray it all over your face, and there you go. You're ready.